Chick-fil-A has convinced America that closing on Sundays makes their chicken taste better. They built a cult following on impossibly cheerful employees and that signature red branding. And for the most part, they've earned it. But here's the thing, while you've been blindly trusting the brand name, some truly questionable items have been quietly riding the coattails of those legendary nuggets and addictive waffle fries. You're dropping $11 on a grilled chicken club that tastes like cardboard. You're ordering a healthy salad that packs more sodium than 3 Big Macs. So let's talk about the 8 Chick-fil-A items ranked from absolute worst to legitimately worth the hype. Because even at Chick-fil-A, not every item deserves your money. Smash that subscribe button because we're about to save you from some seriously overpriced mistakes. Number 8, grilled nuggets. Launched in 2012 as Chick-fil-A's answer to health-conscious customers, the grilled nuggets promised guilt-free chicken. The execution reads more like culinary punishment disguised as wellness. These aren't even real nuggets, they're just sliced up grilled chicken fillets pretending to be bite-sized. The texture is mushy and slimy, the kind of rubbery chew you'd expect from heavily processed frozen chicken, even though it's supposedly real breast meat. Taste is limited to a slight pepper kick with zero depth. They're thinner and less juicy than you'd hope, with an unsettling gelatinous quality that makes each bite a chore. At $7.99 for 8, you're paying roughly $1 per nugget for something that tastes like gym equipment. Reviewers consistently describe the texture as more like mush than meat. One brutally honest assessment, the only reason to order these is to add protein to a salad. Even the sauces can't save them. These exist purely for the health-conscious crowd looking for gluten-free options. They're banking on you being so desperate for a better-for-you option that you'll tolerate objectively bad chicken. When the best thing you can say is, well, at least it's low-calorie, you've created a product that exists only on paper. Number 7, Cool Wrap. Introduced in 2014, the Cool Wrap targets customers who want something light and fresh. The reality is a soggy, flavorless tortilla filled with ingredients that taste like they were forgotten in a walk-in cooler. At $9, it's one of the most expensive disappointments on the menu. What arrives is chopped grilled chicken, unmelted shredded cheese, limp lettuce, and carrots wrapped in a damp flaxseed flatbread. The tortilla is soggy enough to suggest it was assembled hours ago. One reviewer said it almost had negative flavor and compared eating it to drinking tap water. The unmelted cheese creates a sad, cold picnic vibe. 350 calories without dressing sounds reasonable until you realize the avocado lime ranch adds 310 more, shooting you to 660 total. That's 220 calories more than the classic fried chicken sandwich. At $9 to $11, you're paying premium prices for cafeteria quality execution. The only redeeming quality is the dressing, which has to do all the heavy lifting. This survives entirely on the health halo effect of the word wrap. Chick-fil-A is banking on customers not reading the nutritional information and assuming anything with vegetables must be lighter than fried options. When the best part of your $9 wrap is the dressing packet, you've created a vehicle for sauce, not a menu item. Number 6, Grilled Chicken Club. At $11.09, the Grilled Chicken Club is the most expensive entree at Chick-fil-A. Launched as the premium grilled option, it promises to be worth the upcharge. Instead, it delivers irredeemably dry chicken that no amount of toppings can save. The chicken texture resembles sawdust, completely parched with zero moisture. None of the toppings help. The bacon adds crispiness and salt but can't resurrect dead chicken. The multigrain bun adds unwanted sweetness that clashes with everything. 520 calories and 1,130 milligrams of sodium. That's 49% of your daily intake. Here's the kicker. This healthier grilled option has 100 more calories than the flagship fried sandwich. At $11.09, you're paying the highest price for the worst execution. Reviews are savage. Irredeemably dry, drastically overcooked, much less well-seasoned than fried chicken. What makes this particularly infuriating is they're charging you the most money for objectively the worst chicken preparation on the entire menu. They're banking on the price tag itself, making you think it must be good. Discovering it has more calories than the fried sandwich is the kind of betrayal that makes you question everything. But if you think that's disappointing, wait until you see what happens when Chick-fil-A tries to make chicken tenders. Number 5, chicken strips. Chicken strips have been on the menu for over 20 years. They use a different marinade than the nuggets, one made with pickle juice and spices, and they're hand-breaded before being fried. The problem is they taste like deep fried afterthoughts. The breading is lumpy, greasy to the touch, and never quite achieves the crispiness you want. The texture feels and tastes faintly greasy with a crumbly consistency that doesn't hold up. They're sweeter than the nuggets, but execution is wildly inconsistent. 3 strips cost around $7, over $2 per strip. Customer consensus lands at about on par with chicken tenders from a bar or diner, which is damning for a chain this popular. Direct quote, "These aren't bad. There are just far better options on the Chick-fil-A menu." If this is already saving you from a bad order, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. These exist as the standard tender offering, but they're completely overshadowed by the nuggets. The most damning thing isn't that they're terrible, it's that they're forgettable. When multiple reviews describe your chicken strips as nothing horribly awry, but the nuggets are just so much better, you've admitted your product has no reason to exist. Number 4, Cobb salad. The Cobb salad sounds like the smart choice. Mixed greens, nuggets, bacon, egg, corn, tomatoes, and cheese. It's positioned as the virtuous option. The real kicker is that registered dietitians have called this the worst menu item you can order. Texture and freshness are solid. The ingredients are quality. Everything tastes fresh. The flavor profile works when you get a bounce bite, but the nutritional reality destroys any illusion of health. 830 calories with the nuggets and dressing. That's up to 45% of some people's entire daily calorie allowance. 2,200 milligrams of sodium, which is 96% of your recommended daily limit in one meal. At $11.69, you're paying premium salad prices for a deconstructed fried chicken meal. Registered dietitian Yelena Wheeler said it perfectly. If you're choosing what to order with nutrition in mind, the worst menu item you can pick is actually the Cobb salad. This is health halo marketing at its most deceptive. The word salad creates an automatic assumption of virtue that obscures the nutritional devastation underneath. They're banking on the psychological comfort of ordering salad to override any actual concern. When dietitians call your salad worse than milkshakes, you've created a masterpiece of deception. That's not a salad, that's marketing genius wrapped in lettuce. Number 3, mac and cheese. Added in 2019 as the first new side since 2016, the mac and cheese was marketed as having a homemade taste with Parmesan, cheddar, and Romano cheeses. It's baked fresh to create that crispy top layer. The execution is wildly inconsistent, and customer opinions range from best fast food mac ever to tastes like nickels. Texture is all over the place, sometimes velvety and rich with perfect crispy bits, other times soggy with noodles that nearly disintegrate on contact. Taste is described as chock full of 3 cheese flavor depth by fans, but critics say it's instantly forgettable. The crispy burnt cheese bits are polarizing. Some love them, others think they look like skin cancer. Medium size packs 450 calories, 29 grams of fat with 16 grams saturated. That's 70% of your daily value, 1,190 milligrams of sodium, which is 52% of your daily intake for a side dish. Customer sentiment is split. You know how cheese browns and gets crispy, has those bits? It's so good, versus tastes like nickels. And if you're finding this ranking useful, hit the like button. It really helps the channel cut through the noise. This exists as quintessential comfort food designed to appeal to nostalgia. They market it as homemade taste and bake it fresh daily, creating the perception of quality even when execution is inconsistent. At 70% of your daily saturated fat, this is less a side dish and more a main event for your cardiologist. When reviews range from best fast food mac I've tried to looks like it has skin cancer, you've created something that's either fantastic or terrible depending on which location makes it. Number 2, waffle potato fries. Chick-fil-A's waffle potato fries aren't just a side dish. They're a cultural phenomenon. Cut into that distinctive waffle shape and fried to golden perfection, they've been called the best fries in the business and emotional support snacks on social media. Real russet potatoes cut into a crisscross waffle pattern, fried in canola oil, lightly salted. Texture is wonderfully crispy on the outside with a fluffy, almost pillowy interior. Taste lets the natural potato flavor shine through with just enough salt. The waffle shape creates tiny square pockets that trap seasonings and hold sauces perfectly. At $2.25 to $3.69 depending on size, they're excellent value for quality and portion. Customer passion is intense. Some fans declared them best fries in business, one of the most popular fast food items of all time. Waffle fries are my emotional support snack. These were developed as signature differentiation from standard fries, and they become so iconic that many people consider a Chick-fil-A visit incomplete without them. The waffle shape creates more surface area for sauces to cling to, geometry in service of deliciousness. At under $4 for a large order that's achieved cult status, this is one of the best values on any fast food menu. Number 1. Chicken nuggets. Holding the number 1 spot for most ordered item for 3 consecutive years, Chick-fil-A nuggets aren't just menu items, they're an institution. These bite-sized pieces are seasoned, freshly breaded using a milk wash technique, and pressure cooked in 100% refined peanut oil. The argument that these are the best chicken nuggets in fast food isn't even controversial, it's just true. Real chunks of chicken breast, not reformed meat, giving them superior texture over competitors. Texture is perfectly crispy breading on the outside, with juicy, tender chicken inside that's never dry. Taste is impeccably seasoned with a mild salty kick and just the right amount of pepper. Size is ideal for one bite and dipping, with thickness that retains juiciness. At $6.79 for 8 nuggets, that's under $1 per nugget for premium quality, exceptional value. Customer consensus is unanimous. Best item on Chick-fil-A's menu. Best chicken nuggets from any fast food restaurant. Mindlessly addictive. The seasoning blend combined with pressure cooking creates what one reviewer called breaded chunks of white meat crack. These nuggets showcase everything Chick-fil-A does right. Perfect execution of every element from size to seasoning to cooking method. They held the number 1 spot for years because they're the safety school order for first-timers. When taste tests conclude these are the best fast food nuggets available and no other chain's nuggets even come close, you've achieved actual perfection. Here's what this ranking tells you. Chick-fil-A's genius lives in fried chicken preparation. The nuggets, the pressure cooking technique, those waffle fries. The moment they try positioning something as healthier by grilling it, quality tanks while prices and calories inexplicably rise. Don't fall for the health halo just because there's lettuce involved. That Cobb salad has more sodium than you should eat in an entire day. Stick to what made them famous. The fried options. Earn their reputation. The grilled items did not. Hit subscribe if this changed how you'll order at Chick-fil-A, and drop a comment telling us which ranking you think we got wrong.